Welcome to my channel. I am Lady Butterfly Hair. You can follow me on Instagram at Lady Butterfly Hair. I'm here today because I'm going to show you how to make a frontal unit. When you're making your frontal unit, you're going to need a make your own wig cap, and you can simply get one of these caps from your local hair store. They cost you about $2.99. You're going to need a pair of shears. You're also going to need hairpins. You're going to need a needle of your choice. I preferably like the C needle, make it easier to go through. You're going to need some weaving thread. Going to need a ventilation brush, paddle brush, and you're going to need a comb of your choice, whether it be a metal tip rat tail or if you just want to use the regular rat tail. Your bundles. I get my frontal to actually give you, lean it back, and I pull my frontal, I just want to make sure you all can see, over the actual top of the cap, and I give it about a good, if you can see, that's maybe about a good inch over the actual cap. That way when you put the unit on, the unit lays over your actual hairline versus laying directly on your hairline, and you don't glue down your hairline and lose your edges or your actual hairline. As far as the size of the frontal go, instead of pulling the size of the frontal back this way onto the cap, that will make it where it does not securely goes over your ears. So you want to be able to give a realistic hairline, so you want to be able to pull the frontal forward. When you pull the frontal forward, it's going to create like a little hump here in the front. And when you get that little hump there in the front, then you know that it's where you need it to be, because once you put it on your actual head, it's going to lay correctly. When doing this, make sure that it's as flat as you can get it. Don't pull too much because you don't want to lose your placement with your frontal. So I pulled it a little bit forward. Now that I have it forward, take one of your stick pins and secure it into place. Easy. Go to the other side. Pull it forward, making sure that it still has the hump in the front there. And you're going to secure it into place. Now, if you like, you can still secure the top of the frontal. If you have extra lace on your frontal, you can actually take it and you can secure the lace there to make sure that it doesn't move when you go to sew it in the back. See, once we opened up the frontal, you can actually take your needle and thread, and you can go in and sew from ear to ear. Go ahead and take the time to secure that in place. Here is my thread. I pre-threaded it. I did it short to kind of show you how to secure your frontal. So what you want to do is, with the end of your thread, you want to make a knot, a small knot. That way, once you pull it through the first time, it is secure and holding the thread in place, and so it does not come out, or it does, and it secures the hold. So since we got the ear securely holding at the front, we're going to go ahead and secure down the back. Make sure you go through the cap, through the frontal, and make sure you pull down. Now, I do a looping method, and I like the looping method because it actually makes it lay flatter. So you're going to go through and pull it down. And I'm going to continue with the looping method all the way through. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and secure the frontal down from ear to ear. It is secure all the way down, as you can see, from ear to ear. Give a good tug, make sure that's secure. This is why I like the looping method, because the looping method actually makes it much flatter. I love the looping method. And from there, we're going to tie off the extra thread so we can start with adding in our bundles. I do a double knot and flip off the excess string. Now, starting from the back. Starting from the back depends on what length of bundles that you have. If you have 18, 20, 22, 22, 24, 26, the thing about your hair is your hair does not grow from back to front. Your hair grows from ear to ear and back and forth. So when you have a 24, 22, 20, 18, 20, 22, 26, 24, 22, whatever it is that you have, unless you have a actual 18, 18, 18, 16, 16, 16, 14, 14, 14, 26, 26, 26, do not start your wig off or your unit off from back to front, because from there you will have layers that are uneven. You want to give a natural flow to your layers from top to bottom without having to go in and cut off all of the excess hair that is too long or too short once you complete the actual unit. So today I have 18, 20, I think I got 16, 18, and 20 if I remember. But this is my longest length. Because it's already wet and shampooed and everything, I'm going to go in later and blow dry it and curl it. Okay, so starting off, I like to double my weft. When I double my weft, it gives more of a thickness to it. You can double your weft or you don't have to double your weft. So what I like to do is I like to go in from ear to ear, and I will start right up under the last piece of the frontal. I do not connect to the frontal because you want it to lay as flat as possible. So I will connect right at the base of the frontal. I will bring it down, I will bring it around, and there's where I will start. You have two choices. You can actually cut your tracks, and I like to cut them because you want it to lay as flat as possible always. So you can go in and you can go from ear to ear and cut, or if you the bed is flipped, sew it down, do your thing. It do whatever best suits you. But for me, I am going to go in from ear to ear, and I'm going to actually cut off the excess hair to lay it all over again as I go in. And I am going to go in the happy face method because I love doing hair. It keeps me happy. So we're going in the happy face method all the way until we get up into the crown area of the head. Once we get up into the crown area of the head is where it's best to lay it laying straight across. If at all possible that you feel as though you cannot stay on track, you can go in with a lighter color pencil, maybe like a makeup pencil, and draw out your lines. That way you can follow your own guideline into doing your unit just the best way that you want to do, so you know that it lays as flat as possible. So we're going to go in and we're going to start at the base of the frontal. We're going to go all the way around to the other side of the base of the frontal, and then we're going to stop and cut it off. We start off with our needle and our bundles. We want to be, now I like to go with the underhand method. The underhand method works a little bit better for me, but it's all on you on how you want to actually start off. If you are an overhander, overhand is just fine. Underhand works better for me. I like the way it lays. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my actual weft of the bundle with my needle. I actually go through the weft of the bundle, and then I go through my actual stocking cap. That will give it a more secure hold to the stocking cap and your bundles. I like to make my thread a little bit longer, so actually I go through about 3 times to actually give it that hold that you need. I would suggest making sure that first you start off with your knot at the end of your string, and then go through the actual bundles to get to your stocking cap. Make sure when you're securing the hold of the first bundle, and you're not actually going through the weft again, you're actually going under the weft. So when you go through the first time to secure it to the actual stocking cap, go under the weft into the stocking cap and bring it back out so that it then firmly holds it to the stocking cap, so you don't have to worry about the extra pieces coming loose. Okay, so now let's get into sewing this on to this and cutting this off. Now, as you can see, I finished off from ear to ear to give you the nape area of your unit. So now we're going to continue going. We're going to go from the actual frontal, but do not attach to the frontal. Go right here on the first little black speck of the cap that you see. Bring it all the way around to the other side. Okay, so now that we're up to this point right here, we're going to take our tracks and go from side to side all the way up until we get to the top to close in this area here. So let's start. So now we're at the complete top, and here you want to lay your last track as close as possible to your frontal without really laying it on the frontal. Reason being, say for instance something tapped into your frontal, it starts to shed or anything like that. You want to be able to take it off without actually taking or loose the complete tracks of your bundles. So we're gonna go in and as close as you can get it without actually getting it close to the frontal or attaching it to the frontal, we're gonna go ahead and sew it in. Okay, so we are completely done with this. I'm going to bring you a little bit closer so you can see the way that the frontal connects to the actual sew in, and you can see that the frontal has its own threading and the sewing has its own threading. So that way, if at any time that the frontal decides that it wants to shed on you and you need to emergency change out your frontal on your unit, you can, and you can just go by and nicely take out the stitches and reapply another frontal. So just be careful with that. Also making sure that you know that your sides of your tracks meet the frontal, so that also leaves room to take the frontal loose. And I am going to, now that was just making the video. I'm making the actual unit. I'm sorry. That was just making the actual unit. And so I want you all to subscribe down and follow me on Lady Butterfly Hair on IG and Facebook. And that was the complete video on creating you a frontal unit. Hopes this helped. Thanks.